Salutations everyone, this is Razor here bringing you some ground war domination on the raid using the SVU Sniper rifle, no attachments because I had just prestiged it, and 5.7 secondary with extended clip before I go the flag cap for the first blood, and just trying to see what I can get over here at the spawn, pick up a second guy right here. Using the 5.7 today, which is an awesome gun, and I think I can safely say my favorite sniper rifle in the game. I know that sounds really weird, since it doesn't one-shot people like the DSR 50. It doesn't zoom in quickly like the ballista, and it's not as high-powered as the XPR 50. But in practice, the SVU is what I do best with. It's my highest KD sniper rifle. It's one of my highest KD weapons, and I just perform very well with this gun. Dual mags and extended clip would be my suggested attachments, but I had just prestiged this weapon, I think, for the first time. But I have since prestiged it twice. There's very few guns that I've actually used enough to have prestige twice and max them out. The SVU being one of them, the other being the 5.7 and the S12, I think. I think those are all the ones that I've actually maxed out in their entirety. But just scraping fools here, because in ground war there's gonna be plenty of people to shoot, so you really don't need to move as much to take people down a notch. And this SVU slaughters groups of people like cray. I just really like this gun. It's got a very low manageable recoil, kick-ass sights. I also love the way this gun sounds. You can fire it pretty fast, and it sounds really cool. And I really like what they did with the sound in this game. I know I'm not the first to mention it, but like echoing and stuff, this gun sounds different if I fire it in a room than if I fire it, in the outdoors. And I like the sound. I don't know, it's just one of those quirky little things that makes the gun a little more awesome for me. And so as you can see, I have ran out of ammo. I've gotten all my kill streaks twice. Just killing people like a boss. Had to pick up this QBB LSW, it looks like. So I got my kill streaks, and only a few more rounds left here, I guess. Oh no, I picked one up. As you can see, it's got the CPU sights and extended clip, I think. Go ahead and throw my sentry gun over there and move my position. Hopefully that sentry gun can hold down that spot, and I'll be able to try to secure the B-dom area. But as you can see, my team is getting slaughtered. I, haven't died that much as of yet. Which will change here in a bit. But my team was getting crushed, and that's to be expected in ground war. That's gonna happen a lot. Because you run into a lot of teams, and the spawns in this game, as you all know, are horrendously, atrociously, terrible bad. And you're gonna run into a lot of spawn trapping and a lot of getting your face wrecked by load stars. So you can see a pretty nice start in 25-2. And the enemy team has a load star, and they're just destroying us because my teammates kept going out and kept getting killed and feeding some guy apparently enough kills to get a load star, which I know I could have got if I hadn't equipped, but who knows that I would have had such a fantastic start to the day with an SVU here on raid. This is usually a good map, but the spawns are still no exception. They are really bad. Lots of spawn trapping, regardless if it's domination, demolition, kill confirm, team deathmatch. The spawns are very static in this game, unless you're just triple capping constantly, which is something I would do if I was kicking ass in domination. But I'm flying solo in ground war, and there's only so much you can do against 9 coordinated teammates on the other team, and we're just getting our shit pushed in. They're getting kill streaks up the wazoo. So at this point, they've had over double our score, and they have a lot of kill streaks going. So I knew this was not going to be a victory. So I just took with it, what I could. I did what I was, the hand that I was dealt in this game. So I figured, you know, this the team has already given up, so why don't I just play for myself and get some kills here? As you can see, the first round ends. I have a decent score to start off, but the domination score is what really matters, and we are getting pummeled. So there really isn't hope for me and my team in the next game, especially since the entire enemy team, I think, is coordinating with each other, or at least the majority. There is a party over there, probably a clan. I don't know. Don't really know. Don't really care. You can play how you want to play. You know, even though spawn trapping is a cheesy tactic, and if you haven't seen my thoughts on episode on spawn trapping, you should go ahead and check that out. I think it was two days ago. Yeah. So definitely give that a look-see if you want to know my thoughts on spawn trapping, because that's what these guys were doing to us, which is, you know, really easy to do in a ground war domination. They'll cap 2 flags and just leave us with just the one, and then just fuck us up. But here I am trying to cap B flag all by my lonesome in a ground war, which isn't going to happen every day successfully, but today the B Dom gods were smiling upon me, and I was able to get that cap. And we didn't lose C flag, so I was trying to see what I could do to, you know, mitigate our incredibly large gap between the scores here. Calling my kill streaks, seeing what I could do. And I back to the SVU. I really like the SVU. It's my favorite sniper rifle. I know. I perform really well with the gun. The DSR 50 is very, very good. It's the highest one-shot kill potential of any sniper that I've used in the COD series. Uh, but you know, the thing is, one of the reasons why I like the SVU is that the map doesn't really have to be sniper friendly for you to do relatively well. The raid is kind of sniper friendly because there's a lot of long lines of sights. Same thing with like slums and a couple other maps, but you know, really the only maps that you could say are sniper friendly would be Turbine and Carrier. But those are both really, really bad maps. Go ahead and switch my sentry gun up. It's always a good idea to do that whenever the spawns flip. You know they come from a different side. Switch which way your sentry gun is facing. And just hip fire that dude. And I like that this gun gives you enough ammo. It's not nothing too crazy like the RSS from Modern Warfare 3, which is a shame, but this gun seems to pack more of a punch than that gun did. And I'm able to get a lot of kills with this weapon. But back to what I was saying, the DSR 50 and like the Ballista and XPR would be better weapons to use if the maps and the spawns were better in this game. Unfortunately, these maps are the worst of any COD ever, and the spawns the same. So you know you can only do so much in these maps. Yeah, there's quick scopers have a much easier time sniping in these smaller maps, but that's not really something that I do. Not saying that I can do it successfully, but it's not something that I really want to give a try. Although I still enjoy sniping, it's just not something I have been able to do much in this game because of the maps and the spawns. But you know, I have had a couple of good sniper games, just not as many as I've had in, you know, previous CODs for various reasons. Not to say that it's the gun's fault. It is somewhat difficult to get gameplays with all the snipers. I feel that XPR is the weakest of the bunch because it only has the one-hit kill potential of the Ballista, but with a slower ADS time. It is semi-automatic, but I don't know. I don't play well with it. It doesn't just feel right to me. Flakjack couldn't help me much out there because man, I hate the death machine. I really do. I didn't like it in the first Black Ops unless it was hardcore because that thing could just chew through walls. But here, nowadays I just let that death machine go. I let a teammate pick it up unless I have engineer. Then of course I'll just re-roll it. But it doesn't seem to do much for me. I don't know if it's because it takes a little time for it to spin up or what, but you know, sometimes I could do decently well with it, but it's just not worth the trouble because I feel like, you know, I'm the Terminator. I put myself in harm's way more often, and then I just get slaughtered. But you know, that's gonna happen. Sniping these fools. As you can see, I grabbed B flag, and so we were able to closed the gap a little bit, and now we have A and C somehow, which is not going to last forever. So we have made a little showing here in domination where instead of the enemy team doubling our score, we have now closed a little bit. But then, of course, here comes the lodestar that my brilliant teammates gave the enemy team by continuously dying. Uh, Killed that guy off the A flag with my decimator. And I just threw the sentry gun there because, the game was coming to a close. They had kill streaks. I thought they could rush our spawn, and hopefully that sentry gun would protect us from getting spawn killed a little more. But, they have a stealth chopper too, so that's not going to really help us. So we lose the rounds and the game a little closer than, it would have been if I hadn't, been the objective player that I was. Not saying that I really was the reason that this game was closer. Only got one capture, even though it was a B capture. So I can't say I was really playing the objective here, but I knew we were going to lose, so I just said, let's see what I can do. Final score is 54 and 17 with the cap and 4 defense here with the SVU on raid. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Comments always appreciated, and I will see you guys next time. Later days.